Hey guys, Robert from Red here. Today I'm going to be giving you guys the pre-game briefing. This is going to contain all the old rules, new rules, and some of the changes we've made to Gold Rush this year to make it a much more enjoyable game. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. First up, the hit rule. The hit rule applies as soon as a BB makes contact with you, any part of your gear, or even your gun, you're considered hit and you enter the bleed out stage. During this time when you are hit, you should be immediately pulling out your dead rag and yelling hit loudly. The dead rag is a visual representation just in case players did not hear you or stumble across you after you've been hit. Make sure you pull it out and wave it about so people can see it from a distance. Moving from there, during your bleed out stage, you'll have to wait 3 minutes before you can return to respawn to tag back in. During your 3 minutes, you are not allowed to talk, motion, or signal anything to any other players. The only signal or motion you may make is to call for a team medic to come save you. After 3 minutes, you may stand up and start walking back to your respawn. This 3-minute bleed out is a chance for the enemy to advance, as well as it's a chance for you to push back when advancing on enemy bases, so please, remember to wait that 3 minutes before going back to respawn. After returning to respawn, you may tag your respawn post or your tag-in spot, and then put your dead rag away. Once your dead rag is fully concealed and out of sight, you may resume play. Remember, if you are shot at respawn again, you still have to wait 3 minutes before you can tag back in again. So there is no invulnerability sitting inside respawn. So get in and get out quickly. During your bleed out though, you may have a friendly medic come to help you. A friendly medic from your team can come up and put 2 hands on you and count to 30. During that time, the medic cannot talk and cannot shoot. He must be focusing on reviving you in spirit of the game. After 30 seconds, he can double tap you and you're back in play from there. This is called a revive. You have 2 revives before your 3rd bleed out. You have to go back to respawn. So you can be revived twice, and then on your 3rd hit, you must wait the 3-minute bleed out and then return to respawn. After which you can tag back in with 2 new revives. Another form of hit or kill is called a safety kill. A safety kill occurs when a player engages another player under their MED and yells safety kill or surrender. This can only occur if you have the drop on the opponent, meaning if you come from the backside or the side and the opponent does not know you are there or see you, you can call a safety kill. If you come from the front and the opponent clearly sees you, you cannot safety kill him as he is aware of your presence. If you approach a player and he is under your MED, at no time are you allowed to fire your airsoft gun back at him if you have an MED. You'll have to rely on the support of your fire team to clear him out of the way. Do take note that MED stands for Minimal Engagement Distance, and we'll be getting more into that later. The final style of kill is called a stealth kill, and this occurs when a player has a rubber knife or gets within arm lengths to tap somebody. If they can do this without ever being detected, they stealth kill the opponent. When an opponent is stealth killed, they can no longer call for a medic. In fact, they can't even talk at all. They must wait until either the player is out of sight from them or until they have bled out and go back to respawn and tag back in to resume talking to people. Stealth kills are great for doing recons and sneaking into bases, but remember, they only occur if the player is not aware of your presence and you can tag them with a rubber knife or tap them with your hands. The final rules to killing is to never blind fire. You are never allowed to blind fire in any time in this event. This also includes for safety kills. You must always be aiming down your rifle. This means if you're shooting a support gun, you must have at least line of sight down your barrel. Do not fire from the hip and do not put your rifle around any corners where you are not looking to shoot. Always aim. With that, each team will also have medics. 1 in 5 players will be a medic on each team, and they'll be marked with white armbands. Do take note though, only medics can medic drag, heal, and capture players. For those that are wondering, medic drags are when you put 2 hands on somebody and you can move them. They can walk with you, you cannot run. Medics will be 2-hand touch, 30 seconds using Mississippi's, and then after that a double tap to show that they are back in play. Medics can also capture players. In order to capture a player, a medic will 2-hand touch and heal them. After 30 seconds, using Mississippi's, they will double tap them to show that they have been healed and they are now captured. A captured player must follow their capturee medic around until either they are shot or until their medic is shot. If they are shot, they will return to their respawn to tag back in, with no penalty. They do not have to wait a bleed out as they were captured. If their captured medic was shot, they will also just return to their respawn to tag back in. However, their medic will have to wait their 3-minute bleed out like all other players, until either A, they bleed out, or B, a friendly medic can heal them back into play. If a captured player is brought back to an enemy's base, they will have to wait 5 minutes at the enemy's base before they can head back to their own base. This will add for a little bit of a delay in the respawn timer, making it to where a team can push if they capture enough enemy players. Going back to MEDs, we have a list of MEDs for safety for players. 0 FPS to 340 FPS with a 2.5 gram BB is 0 foot MED and full auto, meaning you don't have one. 340 to 360 FPS with a 2.5 is a 20 foot MED. You're still allowed to go full auto with this MED. 360 to 400 FPS with a 2.5 gram BB is a 50 foot MED with full auto still permitted. 400 to 450 with a 2.5 is a 100 foot MED, and you are only allowed to shoot semi or a bolt action rifle. Please take note that you should have a pistol if you are at that 400 plus mark. Now on to some of the more advanced roles. We will have gold bricks, hard boxes, caches, officers, and kill cards to go over. We'll start with the first one. The main objective of the game is to acquire as many gold bricks as possible. At the end of each rotation, we will take into account who has how many bricks and tally that onto a tally board to keep track of which team is leading. The catch is, the only way to move these bricks is through a hard box or an officer. Each team will be granted a hard box. This is a giant box with your team's color painted on the side. This box, you are only allowed to put 3 bricks in it at a time. With that, you are to walk with it if one person carries it, and you may move faster or jog if you have 2 people carrying it. Officers may also carry 1 brick as long as they retain their kill card. Caches is where you keep your gold bricks to score. Anytime you recover a gold brick, it must go directly to your cache. You are not allowed to hide your bricks. You are not allowed to put them in some safe spot. They must go directly in your cache, which will be marked on the ground with a ring. At the end, we will tally to see who has how many bricks in their cache. While they're in your cache, other teams can steal gold bricks from your cache using their hard boxes or their officers. So you have to defend your cache to make sure people don't steal your gold bricks. Officers will be given what is called a kill card. As long as they retain their kill card, they can move a single gold brick. If at any point they lose their kill card, they are no longer allowed to move bricks. If you kill an officer and you capture him and bring him back to your base, he must forfeit his kill card to your team. Your team will also be awarded bonus gold bricks at the end of the game for each kill card that they have obtained through the day. Teams are not allowed to share any gold bricks or kill cards that they have acquired. At a point, if a team has captured gold bricks and put it in its cache, it must stay there until the end of the cycle. With that, this concludes all the rules for Operation Gold Rush 4. Now we've had quite a few questions of people asking us, what kind of game is this? Is it a milsim or is it just a community game at Gunny's? We like to think it's a little bit more than that. This is one of those few games where you can come out, just shoot some friends, have some good laughs, and enjoy the firefights and throw some banter around. It's not meant to be a serious game. It is meant to be a game that you enjoy yourself. You'll see people out there all dressed in costume and making jokes and just living it up. We hope that you come out and enjoy this game with us, and you can help make it better next year by playing and submitting back feedback to us so we know what to do. Other than that, I hope to see you guys out there Sunday, and I hope you're ready for the rush. See you then!